Good morning, Murad Huseynli. I hope you're doing well. And in today's video, I'm going to show you precisely in details how our project works. So let's begin. At the very beginning, our program meets a user with the following interface, user interface. And basically, what do we have here? We have initially we have three options for listing. For instance, let us go for the A1 with the A1. Then after choosing an option, the program will ask a user whether a user wants to sort the table. Let's say we want to sort the table. Then we need to specify a field based on which we want to sort the table. Let's choose date. And then finally, we need to specify the order of sorting. Let's say date in the descending order. And as we can see, it's sorted in the descending order. So in the submenu that we're receiving after listing our table, we have the D option, which basically enables the users to go back to the main menu whenever it's needed, because a user may make a mistake and may wish to go back and to print the table once again. So this option may come in handy. Let's test the option B, only the selected fields. Let's say we want to select date, time, wrote, and type only. Press it down. Do you want to sort? Let's say yes. The same procedure based on, and let's say in the ascending order. And as you can see, it's sorted in the ascending order based on date. And also we have only 4 fields to be provided: date, time, wrote, type, as needed. And basically the last option with listing, let's go back once again, D, is C, based on the range of rows. So we can basically say initial index is 0, and the last possible index that a user may enter is 4, 5, 6, this one. But let's say we want to enter 20. Do you want to sorter? Again, every time we want to print it, we will be asked whether we want to sort it. Let's say yes, and now we want to sort it based on time, for instance. The order is going to be ascending. So yeah, as we can see, we have just 20 entries from our table, and all of them are sorted in ascending order, 20 first 20 entries. And all of them are sorted based on time in ascending order. And all the fields are here as required. So yeah, that's always the first menu with listing and sorting. Now let's talk about the sub menu that appears whenever a user is printed a list. So whenever a user is printed a list, like these three functions, search, filter, and express CSV, they are applied only on the updated list, meaning only on the list that a receiver, that a user receives after the first step of listing. Now, for instance, now we receive just 20 entries, so all of these functions will be applied to these 20 entries. Let us say we want to search, and we want to search based on time. Here we asked what format we need, as we can see, but still, let's try to do it together. Based on date, let's choose this entry. So basically, all the format is all the same. It's written exactly the same. So however it's written within the CSV file table, exactly in the same format is for both searching and filtering. Let's try. And as we can see, we are getting that one entry from our table. So it works fine. Let's try another search, for instance, based on time. So let's copy paste the time from here, for instance, this one, and push it down. As we can see, we again received that one entry from our updated list. And there is one important thing. For instance, as we can see, in our CSV file location is written like it starts with a double quote, like a string. So as I said, the format has to be the same. It must be the same like in the CSV file. So since the location there is written started with the double quotes, we have to do exactly the same thing. For instance, this, and let's say Moscow. And as you can see, we're getting the one entry. Everything works perfectly fine. And basically exactly the same thing is applicable for the rest of this one. So the format has to be the same as in the table. So let's get out of here actually real quick. Let's choose this one and try to test our filter function. Yeah. Now let's try to filter our function. Again, remember we are applying it to the initial printed list. So now we are asked based on what we want to filter. Let's say we want to filter based on date. Now we have multiple options. Let us say we want to filter it based on date, and it has to be greater than. Let's choose, for instance, I don't know, this one. Copy paste. Once again, the format is exactly the same, nothing special. And you see, all of them, whatever is greater than that is printed out. So exactly the same goes for all of this, guys, for all of these options. So basically, for instance, if we're saying between, then we have to start value. Let's say the start value is going to be this one, and the end value is going to be this one. And we are getting whatever is in between these two. And it's included, by the way, with the initial and end values. So again, filter. So let's say we want to filter based on time. And exactly the same thing here, the same thing is going to be applicable here. But by the way, in each field, we have this is null option. So basically what it does, if we press G, we can see that if within our printed list, this one, in our case with 20 entities, if within our printed list, there are some missing values in a particular field, then they are taken as null in this program. So basically, if we're choosing is null option, it will give us all the fields with the time field missing. So as you can see, there are indeed just 2 of them. So basically filter, what if we want to filter based on location? So we can say starts with A, and we can say, for instance, I don't know, Moscow. Let's say, but once again, location starts as a string with double quotes, so we have to write it like that because the format has to be the same. So let's say M. And as you can see, we got 2 of them. The same works with ends with, and contains, basically what it does, location, contains. So please enter the value. For instance, let's see, contains Sia. As we can see, once again, we have gotten 2 of them. And is null, it basically, once again, exactly the same procedure. It will give us those entries whose values in the particular field, in our case, location, are missing. So basically, we could say 0, because indeed, in our initial one, there is no missing values for location if we check it out. So is there anything what is left? So basically, for all the others, the idea is exactly the same idea as with date and time. It's either about greater or equal, less on for the numeric type, and for the string type, it's going to be starts with, and with, contains. And the format is exactly the same for all of them. And let's say that we want to, wait, my bad. So, okay, let's do it once again real quick. 0, 20, we want to sort it based on date in the descending order. So yeah, once again, the same list of entries. And let's say we want to filter it based on time. I want to say whatever is greater than or equal to, let's shoot this one. Copy paste here and apply. So we have 6 entries. And now, after filtering and searching, after performing all of these operations on our list that we listed at the very beginning, now at the very end, a user has an option of exporting this updated table. So let's try to export it. And the program asks user to provide the name. We can either provide the name, then it will be set with a name provided, or if we miss the name, for instance, then it will be then the default name will be provided. Export history. Let us check it out. Let's open the project folder, plain, And as we can see, export history is right here and with our 6 entities. So yeah, basically, looks like everything is working perfectly fine. And if you have any further questions regarding the program Nerdimalim, please feel free to contact us anytime. Uh, we will be we will be gladly helping you out with them. So yeah, that's pretty much all for today. And I want at the end to conclude with, I want to kind of thank you for everything you've done during this semester. It was really a pretty good journey, although it was not easy sometimes, but thanks to your professional approach, like we literally managed to learn a lot, and especially with this project, we managed to apply everything we learned. And furthermore, um, we even managed to learn even more because there was a lot of interesting stuff here, and I want to thank you, to show my gratitude for that. So yeah, that's all for today. Thanks for your attention. Take care, and yeah, see you in the upcoming courses. Bye.